Okay, so now we are going to look at 812. And this is a story. If you're watching this, you've either, you may have had this as a quiz or a homework. But I also may just skip that and do this as just a simple lecture. So whichever way, it's all the same stuff. If you're frequent storytelling festivals and things like this is a pretty common story, pretty common structure. But I don't want to give too much away if you haven't seen it already. There's a few new signs in it. And one of the points of why they've set this up and why they've put this here is that you should be able to get what those signs are based on the context. That any sometimes we can see a sign and go, I have no idea what that sign is. And same thing when we're reading in English. You'll see a word that you've never seen before and go, some people will stop dead and be like, I have no idea what that word is. I freak out. I can't continue on. And a lot of that just comes from insecurity. New students often have that because they feel like I can't move forward if I don't know what every word is. That's okay. It's a signal, and I say insecurity, meaning more confidence in your knowledge and use of the language. So if you freak out, just recognize it's just because I'm new. It's just because I've only been doing this for less than a year. But understand that there's probably within that story enough context that you could figure out generally what the word means, what the sign means, the same way as you could with any other language that you speak. So there's twofold parts of watching this video that are worthwhile, or that it's designed for. One is comprehension. Now we're giving you longer and longer stories. This isn't Timber with lots of little short sentences. This is much larger. And there are new signs introduced that should be pretty clear based on what's happening. So I will recommend watching the story without looking at questions, without looking at the vocab. Just watch the story and see what you get and try to go, oh, there was a sign that I didn't get. And then see how much of it you can get from context and how much of it you need to have spelled out with a definition. The second half is production. If you can go through and copy signing bits of the story yourself. You don't have to sign the whole story, but the more you copy what you see, the more internal your understanding will be. And it's since we're online and don't have really the ability to have conversation with each other, this is a good way of practicing. Okay, if I were teaching this, what questions would I ask? What did this guy do? I've put the basic discussion questions, and you could just copy how would I sign that question for any of them. The vocab here is a pretty simple list. We've already done quite a few of these in past chapters. And there are really two stories. There's, I think it's called Vacation. There's the Candy Bar and Vacation that will both be in this. The chapter itself was set up for one. I'll add in a slide for the other one. Actually, that said, hide, pause.